Care. Care's supposed to be down there right now.
All right. Hey, is there any way you could park like right there?
Mm-hmm.
You came over, no legs, so gotcha. Yep. Drop off.
Hi, my boy.
All right.
What about sweatpants you like anyway?
Yeah, I was baby though. My daughter 4 now.
Yeah,
She tiny.
I just said 14. He said we ain't got that. I've been bottom. For the kids.
Stop flashing.
Thank you. Oh, these.
I'm trying to change in here. I could change in here.
Yeah. Hell yeah. They said they'll go all the way. Hold on. Albie, what up, Albie?
What's up, my boy? That's crazy. We played part 1 of the together. We played for the Cowboys.
Hey, yo, check this pic real quick.
Louis Bonstruck said Denver, Colorado wants to be.
Good to see you, bro. Congrats. Man, it's good.
Right. Shakur. Hey, come on, let us get you over here, bro.
Should be good. It should be enough for all y'all.
He try to punch with you too, Manny, so give him some faith.
Yo, this EO.
Leave him alone, Dave! Hey, Dave, leave him alone! Find the right shots, Mansa. You'll see it. Hands up, though. Yup.
Got it.
If you don't think it's good for me, I'm crashing out.
Gotta get out now.
I'm happy to be back at the Prudential Center. This is my home. I love it here. Hopefully, my next fight will be here. That's what I want. But I came here to support Lil Manny, and Lil Manny got the job done. Tough fight, close fight, but he pulled it through, and I'm just glad to be here to support him.
You and Tank ever linked up in the ring?
Yeah, we sparred before.
Can we ever expect a fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's going to be one of the biggest fights in the world.
No cap.
I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford, I feel like me and Tank going to be basically 2.0 of that.
Yeah.
Probably even bigger than that.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I cracked both of them.
I feel you. I told you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off and you ain't got no power?
I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
And you know I sparred him twice.
That's right. If
Time
Bill
took him out the ring.
said that,
I almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you
I don't
that?
know, but I ain't hear that.
Oh, okay. Tell to Devin and his dad to get out my dick. Tell him, be prepared. Because after these first 2 niggas, oh man, I'm coming straight at niggas.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? He'll have no offense. Everything is defense. What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He hasn't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
Fuck no. I ain't never been knocked down a day in my life. I ain't never really been like hurt in no fight. Like far as, cause people took when I said this wrong. Like I got hit with a body shot before that I felt. They could like if you want to call that hurt. But I'm talking about like somebody hit you in the chin with like people say you chinny and all that kind of stuff. You ain't got no chin. I never like felt nothing, no chin shot where I was buzzed or hurt or nothing like that in no fight that I had. So, and sparring, fight, anything. So nah.
How you think the one coming up with
I
Tank?
hope he don't fight Lamar actually. Like I hope he don't get in the ring with him again. Because at the end of the day, if he lose, it's just gonna look bad on the fight with me. So it's gonna look like somebody else already did it. I
You want Tank to knock you out, yo?
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I heard him say like, yo, I want to fight Tank, and that's nice, but why do you want Tank to knock you out so bad? Like,
look, that sound good. That sound real good, but she's too little.
Too little.
No rivalry divides boxing fans more than Tank versus Shakur. Experts debate it daily, but there is still no fight date.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
Shakur has been active beating top fighters and calling Tank out directly. Tank has been inactive for over a year and dealing with legal trouble.
If you were Tank's promoter, what would the next step be for Tank?
I heard they were going to fight Jake Paul. When I see Jake Paul at the event and I see Jake Paul posting from the private jet with a picture of Gervonta Davis.
Slapped it.
Yeah, but they had that for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like,
because you had to buy it, you had to get it made.
Yeah, but I can't believe that fight was going to happen. But anyway, crazy stuff's happening. Yeah, you got to rematch Lamont Roach. You got to. It'll probably get ordered. That's the reality by the New York State Athletic Commission. But listen, they may have got lucky because the only fight for Tank outside of after Lamont Roach was Shakur Stevenson.
Facts.
Right now they've got another opponent that will do well at the gate because of the controversy.
Yep.
And it ain't Shakur Stevenson. I keep telling people, Shakur Stevenson beats Tank. You cannot say that Shakur Stevenson would not have beaten Tank last Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Fan in Boxing says Shakur needs this fight to become a real star. He warns that outside voices are pushing Shakur away from Tank for their own agenda.
Gervonta needs to go to 140, 147. He's been at 135 too long. He's dominating everybody there. There's no challenges for you there. Come on and go up to 147 pounds. Like I said, that's a system. They are not these people are bought and paid for. We already know that. So the people that they support want Shakur Stevenson to go up to 147 to fight guys like Conor Benn, to fight guys like whoever at 147 pounds, right? But what will that make Shakur? Let's just be real. What does that make Shakur? That is going to make Shakur, basically, he's going to be stuck being an undercard fighter. Like he's been stuck at being an undercard fighter. He didn't get any real momentum off of that fight with Teofimo Lopez. What did he get? He got a bunch of systematic press. People talking about the fight for about a week and how great he is. And after that, it went right back into nobody talking about Shakur. Because Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star. But he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. Is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez, really. But, we live in this era where YouTube channels like The Boxing Voice, like Showbiz the Adult, like these other guys want to prescribe movements for fighters that really don't do anybody any good other than the backers of those.
Tim Bradley says do not rush Shakur to 147 pounds as he still has big fights left at 130 and 135. He wants to see Cruz and Moratala first before any welterweight talk.
Tim, tell us about Shakur Stevenson. He can't seem to get a fighter to step in the ring with him after his performance with Teofimo Lopez. What do you make of that? What do you think's going on with Shakur?
There's fights out there for Shakur. There's fights out there for Shakur. Hell yeah, there's fights out there. He gotta fight him. He gotta go get him. That's it. Look, every fight ain't gotta be a damn home run. Every fight ain't gotta be not a home run, but every fight ain't gotta be like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Super Bowl?
Like the Masters or Super Bowl. Every fight ain't gotta be like that, bro. You know what I mean?
You should stay busy, get better.
Well, you can stay busy and get better, but if you fighting the top guys in the division, that's all that we want to see. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're gonna stay at 140, we want to see you against that Russell guy. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you against Russell. We want to see you against Dalton Smith. We want to see you against that topper echelon of that division. If you go to 35, we want to see you against the Moratayas of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't the biggest fights at 147 though? Ryan, Devin.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but he's not a 147 pounder. He's not. He ain't say, oh, let me go test that 140. No, he said, I'm gonna go to 140 without no tune-ups, and I'm gonna face the best guy there. Right? And he faced Lopez, and he demolished him like nothing, right? So, like, now y'all want to force him to go up to 47 for what? That's his fourth weight class, dog. His fourth weight class. In a way, it's fourth weight champion too. In a way, ain't going up to 26 yet. Anyway, we'll go up there. He handled his business this weekend or next weekend. I'm pretty sure he might go up to 126, right? So the same thing with Shakur. Eventually, Shakur will get there, you know. But he got some fights that he can fight at 130 and 135. Shit, I wouldn't mind seeing a Cruz Shakur. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Murataya.
Bradley called Tank versus Shakur the biggest fight in boxing right now. He urged Tank to stop stalling and take the fight.
Gervonta's at 140, that seems to be the biggest
I
thing.
want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight any of these top guys out there, man. And that's it. Because you can say, oh, Shakur ain't fight nobody. Well, shit, if Shakur ain't fight nobody and Tank ain't fight nobody, why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other. Bro, that will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Yeah. Box office, it will sell out like this. Like that, it'll sell out.
Coach Breadman says their different styles would make this a brilliant chess match. He wants it to happen now while both fighters are still at their peak.
When you hear these things, when you see Shakur in all these different styles, do you look at him any different when it comes down to a Tank Davis fight now?
I think the Tank is a different style than Cepeda, but Shakur seems to want to take all the tough smoke, and I think really highly of him as a fighter. You know, he seems to. You can kind of get like the gut feeling that certain guys will fight anybody. And Shakur, even though he hasn't fought the huge names, I get the impression in my guts that he's willing to fight anybody. You know what I mean? He got real confident way about him, and he got the kind of style where you got to kind of adjust to him. So, you know, I don't think he's going to fight Tank the same way he fought Cepeda, but that's what makes Shakur special, is that he can win fights more than one different way. I always thought Shakur and Tank is a great fight, and I still do. But Shakur seems super confident that he could beat Tank. So the only way to figure that out is if they get in the ring. I think they both special, you know, and unfortunately they haven't fought yet, and they're around the same weight classes. So hopefully we get to see it before somebody loses bad or be past their prime, and then we got to wonder what would have happened if they fought on their best day. I just want to just see the fights. But sometimes, like when you ask a question like that, it's hard to say, because sometimes a fighter instincts let him know what he could do with certain guys and with certain guys he can't do. You know what I mean? It just, like Shakur might say, okay, I'm going to smother Tank power. Or he might say, I'm going to box and I'm going to get on my jab and I'm going to move. I don't know how that works. You know, because his mind and his instincts will let him know what he think he could do. Like the Cepeda fight, I was hearing, they was like, get off the ropes. But he saw it in a way where he's like, I could be on the ropes and counterpunch this guy and get off. So we got to just see. And Tank is the same way. They both got super high IQs. So we got to see how they would deal with each other and what adjustments the corner would make and all that kind of stuff, and then come down the stretch and we just see. I really can't say how he would fight him. I don't think he would fight him like he would fight Shakur, but we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't really know until you get in the ring.
Who wins this fight? Drop your answer in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we will see you in the next one.